All right, hockey fans, we are live from the Atlanta Ice House, and there's your Bulls waving at you. Hey, everybody. Um, Taking on the Atlanta MadHatters in a friendly today. The Bulls lost a heartbreaker last night, 10-3, um, and just a tough loss. So hopefully the boys got some good rest and they'll be ready to go at it this morning. Joined by Hayes Hallman. Hayes, how's it going, buddy? You're muted, boss. There you
Hey,
go.
um, hey guys, what I would be expecting from this game? We're definitely going to come out strong, hard. Um, Ian's ready, Nixie's ready, Tyson's ready. Our locker room was very pumped, and our defense looks way better today. So hopefully we can pull this one off.
Oh, how are they looking warm-ups?
Uh, they've looked pretty good so far. Good shots. Brogan's playing really good out on goalie. Um, yeah. Shooting low to help him. Brogan's 5-hole's been better. Go.
Not yet.
I'm back, baby.
All right, we got a special guest with us. He's going to color commentate a little while with me. Mr. Josh Uptain used to do all our games.
I'm back.
We're going to let him hop on with us. Thanks to Hayes for giving us a little bit of what's going on the bench and what the team looks like this morning. So the MadHatters got the best of us yesterday, 1-0 in the first game, and then we just got smoked in the second game.
I heard it was a football score.
It looked pretty nasty the second game, and it wasn't anything. We still possessed the puck mostly in the. We kept it in our offensive zone most of the game. They just got a lot of breakaways and every single time they got a breakaway, they scored. It seemed like.
There's one thing this Matter team, all of them do well, is their cross-ice passing.
Yep.
If you don't have an answer for it, they're going to get you somewhere. Their cross-ice passing is phenomenal.
Yeah, I
I
wonder how they practice that.
I think that's how they practice.
Yep.
And it seems to work because every level we've watched the Mad Hatters, they've had this open ice, cross-ice passes. It's just that's what's doing it for them, opening up space and time.
And the Bulls, this team in particular yesterday did a good job of cutting some of those passes off, but when they couldn't cut them off, it just that was it.
He doesn't have room.
All right, so coming out to take the face-off, Ian Farragut. He's got Finnegan Cataldo over to his right, Henry Orange to his left, Jackson and Ethan back on defense. Bulls win the face-off. Ian's going to take it up into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Henry trying to keep it in. MadHatters able to clear it. Jackson passes it back up to Henry. Henry takes it back into the offensive zone. Ian battling right there in front of the net. Finnegan puts one towards the net.
And it's a goal.
And it's a goal. So Finnegan, Bulls come out early here with a score of 1-0.
Not even 30 seconds in.
And didn't even really look like a whole lot of pressure either. It just
good rebound.
Almost seems like the MadHatters aren't quite awake yet. So Nixon will come out and take this face off. He's got Nicholas to his right. Not Tyson. He's got Dylan to his left. Tyson and Lingjay back on defense. Tyson filling in for that lost position where Hayes was. He and Lingjay had a lot better chemistry, I felt like, in the second game than they did the first game yesterday. Face-off goes over to Nicholas. Nicholas works it into the zone. Finally just dumps it deep into the corner. MadHatters now taking the puck behind the net, passing it out. Nicholas tries to cut that pass off. Tyson retreating back. Nixon back checking, staying with them.
Good dump in by the Hatters. This is where they'll kill them. Look at this. Look at this. You got 3 bulls in one section, and you got wide open over here.
That's right. Nixon passes that back around, trying to find Dylan Hunt. Dylan's going to work it out through the neutral zone, and they have a 2-on-1 advantage. Nicholas to his right. Ends up getting poked away. Nicholas just dumps it deep into the offensive zone. MadHatters now trying to skate out with it. Nicholas gets tripped up, or Nixon gets tripped up right there. MadHatters sending it out. It goes to Nicholas in the neutral zone. Tyson calling for it, sends it over to Lingjay. Lingjay sends it up to Nixon, who's waiting at the blue line. Great passes there by Tyson and Lingjay, but Bulls turn it over again. MadHatters dumping into the offensive zone. Call for a line change.
So we're going to have a penalty on the Bulls here in a minute as soon as they get a hold of this puck. The MadHatters have pulled their goalie. And we finally get a touch of the puck.
Touch it. Yep.
So let's see what they put in the box.
So it looks like tripping.
Ian, yep. Nope, it's not Ian.
No, it's not Ian.
It's going to be
Dylan, maybe.
Philip.
Philip with a rare penalty. So Philip goes to visit his dad Johan in the box. Ian will come out and take this face off. He's got Ethan and Jackson back on defense, and Elijah Cole out there helping him skate forward. So Elijah now working it forward. Bulls short-handed here on this penalty kill. Jackson dumps it back into the neutral zone, finds Ian. Ian's going to work it into the offensive zone. It's
that's like a trip there, but no penalty
tripped
call.
Up hard into the boards. MadHatters now working it back. Ethan and Jackson both back, and Elijah back checking. Ethan comes in and takes a guy out on his way down to the ice. MadHatters now send it back out. Ethan gets a piece of that one, bouncing towards the net. Rogan seals up that pipe, and off of a rebound, number 91, Zhang, for the MadHatters, puts one in on Brogan over his stick side. So we now have a score 1-1, 12-16 left here in the first period. The Bulls get scored on during a penalty kill. So Nixon's going to come out and take the face off. And Nicholas over to his right, Henry Arns to his left. Tyson and Lingjay back on defense.
Looks like he wants to restart the face-off. He says that the right winger. Nope, it's going to be the MadHatters moved in too quick.
Yep. So now Nicholas working forward with that face-off, tries to send it over. Nobody there for the Bulls. MadHatters now work it into the Bulls zone. Tyson reaches for it. He's going to send it back up the boards. And Nicholas tries to battle right here along this near side. Nixon comes in to help him out. MadHatters able to retain possession, though. Puck goes over to Lingjay. Lingjay sends it up to Nixon. Nixon's trying to push it up to Henry. Poked away by the MadHatters there in the neutral zone. Henry now skating it forward into the offensive side for the Bulls. He's going to work it across center ice. He's got a 2-on-1. Takes a shot, bounces off the pad of the goalie. Nicholas now trying to send it back around the backside of the net over to Henry Arns. Henry now works into the corner. MadHatters send it up the boards. Nice cross-ice pass, but they couldn't connect. So it goes over to Lingjay, who passes it up to Henry. Henry centers one for Nixon. Nixon in a whole bunch of traffic, a bunch of green and white jerseys right in front of him.
Oh, a good takeaway.
Great job there by Finnegan coming off the bench and hustling out. Poking that one away as the MadHatters had a full head of steam heading towards the offensive zone. Now Nixon works it back in. MadHatters take it away. They're charging back through the neutral zone.
Yeah, 95. I didn't want to see the birth certificate on that kid.
He accounted for a lot of their points yesterday. Finnegan now battling on this near side. Ethan comes in to help out along with Ian. Finally pokes out, clears out right over to a MadHatters stick. MadHatters pass it back. Jackson in the corner. Great job lifting stick right there. He's got Ian right there with him. He tries to send it up but loses the puck. MadHatters with a center and a shot. Could look for a rebound, and they finally do rebound and pop one right up over the top of Brogan. Brogan had already been down in his lower squat and just had not gotten back up yet.
Well, MadHatters had the puck for a good solid minute and some change in the Bulls zone, so tired legs.
Yeah, that was one thing that we had yesterday. We didn't have enough opportunities to make line changes. Boys need to kind of realize sometimes you got to ice the puck.
Sometimes you got to ice that puck, man. I'm all about it. Sometimes you got to ice it. Sometimes you got to get all sides.
Well, I heard you guys yelling at one point in time, ice, and
vanilla ice over
luckily
here.
They got an offsides, but
yeah,
any chance to change when you
take
don't
advantage of the
fly.
rules when you can.
That's right.
If they don't name a rule or a trophy after you, ain't trying.
So we got Dylan, Nixon, Tyson, Ling J, and Elijah out on the ice for the Bulls.
We'll say
Looks
this:
like we're having offsides.
The reffing here has been pretty solid.
Yeah, yesterday.
Our games have been. I don't know about your games. Our games have been pretty solid.
Yesterday, the second game got really chippy. I thought the first game they did a good job. The second game was not so good. Today has been much better.
We had a few missed, but all in all, it was very even.
So Nixon will take this face off. He's got Elijah standing right in front of the goal. MadHatters able to win it. They'll send it along that far side. Elijah battling there in the far corner. Buck gets out. Tyson's going to take it there in the neutral zone. He's got Elijah waiting at the blue line. Tyson's going to work it on up, try to dump it in. Elijah loses it at his feet. Nixon tries to keep it in, but it pops out. The Bulls will reset. Nixon goes in along the far boards, takes a shot towards the middle,
and it's goal.
Puts one in. Nixon puts one in. It looked like it went through the 5-hole.
Bulls tied up 2-2, 9 minutes left.
Great job there by Nixon, just going ahead and taking a shot. I think he was, I don't think he was necessarily thinking that one was going to go in. I think he was looking more for the rebound opportunity, but Bulls able to put one in on him.
Miss 100% of shots you don't take, just like me and Wayne Gretzky. Me at Tinder, man. I take all the shots you can get, see what happens.
So Ian comes out to take the face off. Nicholas over on his right. Henry Orange to his left. Jackson and Ethan back on defense. Jackson battling right there with one of the MadHatters. MadHatters trying to put one in center. Jackson continuing to hold his man down. Brogan covers. So Ian will take another face off. Sends this one back towards Ethan. Ethan wraps it around the backside of the net looking for Nicholas. Ian loses an edge. Goes down hard into the wall.
It's hard to tell if he lost an edge or this 45-degree angle finally got him.
Yeah, right. There is a steep angle around the edges of this rink.
Just this one corner. It's not back there.
It's just the one corner. All right. So Ling J going back.
Got to put the pressure on here.
Ling J doing a good job of making sure that guy stayed along the walls.
Little credit to Boyles there for sticking up a player that was in front of the net. He was definitely sticking it to him. They weren't going to get a pass to them any day soon.
So Jackson sends one back around. MadHatters cut it off. Jackson going to rush back along the board, sends it back up to Finnegan. Finnegan trying to send it over to Ian in the neutral zone and does. Ian's going to work it into the offensive zone. He's got one guy back. He takes a shot off the goalie. MadHatters get checked by the referee. Bulls able to keep it in their offensive zone, but
And a trip over there.
now the MadHatters are going to work it out. Lingjay's the only one back. Tyson back checking quickly, so is Finnegan. Lingjay pushed him into the corner. They center one. Nobody home for the MadHatters. Tyson with a block. Now Finnegan's going to get it out of the zone. He sends one cross ice over to Henry, who was flying into the neutral zone.
Yeah, that last shift, Henry was tripped up as they were coming back behind the play, and it wasn't called. That should have been called.
And so Bulls go ahead and just dump it in deep. Nixon working into the corner. MadHatters now able to take it away. Phillip almost with a hook.
Ooh, and almost a good pass was broken up.
Ethan doing a great job breaking up that pass.
That was a beautiful breakup.
Ooh, Ethan almost picked that one up during a line change, but not quite able to take control of the puck right there. The MadHatters work it back into their offensive zone. Take a shot on Brogan just wide of the goal. Got Nixon out here at center. Phillip and Finnegan playing wing, and then Jackson and Ethan back on defense. MadHatters try to center one. They have a man open in the center. They take a shot and off of Nixon. Nixon tries to send it up to Finnegan. Finnegan works it out of the zone. MadHatters will have to reset.
Nixon coming in, flying up that beautiful head of hair. Look at it.
Nice job with a cross-ice pass there by the MadHatters, but Jackson there to get it after it ricochets off one of their sticks. Jackson works it up. Staying along the boards. He's got Phillip over there. MadHatters able to make quick work of getting it back out of the Bulls' offensive side, though.
Well, it looks like the Bulls have found an answer for that cross-ice passing, because it has not happened yet in this game.
Yeah, they're cutting a lot of them off, which is same thing that happened yesterday. Elijah now working up the near side. They get it over to Tyson. Tyson in front of our goal. He just dumps it out. Smart play there by Tyson, making everybody reset. Nixon tries to push along the boards. Number 95, easily their best skater. Nixon sends that one out. It's going to make it past the blue line again, so the MadHatters will have to reset. They work it back into the Bulls' defensive zone. Lingjay's going to work it back up the boards. Nixon now sends another one back up. Unable to get past number 95, though. Now Nixon dumps one towards center of the ice, and it will finally clear. Bulls are going to take this opportunity for a line change. Ethan comes back out on defense along with Nicholas and Ian. Lingjay will stay out, and so will Elijah. Nicholas battling along the far side boards. Ian comes in, gets that puck as it works its way out. He's got Elijah over to his right. Ian's going to take a shot just off the post. Ethan doing a good job of keeping that one in, sends it back up towards Elijah. Elijah was on the ground, though. Now the MadHatters work one across ice. They got a guy wide open, and Lingjay back checks quickly. Lingjay puts a stick in there, and just off of Brogan's leg safe pad. Bulls cleared out of in front of the net again, right off Brogan's stick side.
Elijah's about to headhunt. Get ready. He's about to get a penalty. Told you.
He didn't get one, but he probably should. And Elijah finally trips his own guy. Loses a stick. Nicholas over in the corner along with Lingjay. Nicholas comes in hard. They finally poked that one out. Nice cross-ice pass there by the MadHatters, and Elijah goes down again. Brogan finally glove save and cover. So we'll have an opportunity here for a full line
He was slowly getting up, and I just see him staring. I was like, here it comes. He's looking. He was like the water boy there from 92. I seen it. I knew it was about to happen. And it happened right in front of the camera.
I love it. Love it. Nixon takes the face off. He's got Tyson and Jackson back on defense. Henry Arns and Dylan Hunt out as the wingers.
Yeah, you
Jackson-
can't have your stick around their neck. Kinda,
Jackson gets called for a. I'm not real sure exactly what that is. A roughing,
man.
I would assume.
Sometimes you grab a dog and you choke him. I mean, it's part of it, I guess.
So Jackson was draped around his back with a stick around his neck.
Jackson went for the straight mafia kill. He's so choke him out style and deadly. Yeah.
So Nixon will take the face off here. He's got Henry, Ethan, and Tyson out. Tyson sends the face off quickly out, and Henry's sprinting towards the offensive zone. He didn't beat number 95, though. That guy's got a set of wheels on him that's ridiculously fast.
Yeah, he's about 17 years old.
He is tall.
He's a big kid. That's a big kid.
So Henry dumps it deep into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Nixon tries to send it out to Tyson, and didn't quite work out. Tyson reaching. They take a shot on Brogan. Glove save by Brogan. Looks like Brogan has now found his glove side again. Last night during the blowout game, his glove side was not so hot. Today it is back to true form. So 54 seconds left on this penalty kill.
I'm really curious what the penalty was. It roughing? It was in his glove. I don't understand the confusion. When the goalie brought you the puck in his glove.
Right.
I mean, I get you called the choking penalty, but you can't figure that out.
So Ian will take this face off. He's got Ethan, Tyson, and Finnegan out there with him for the rest of this penalty kill, probably. Ethan chases into the corner. Nice pass there by MadHatters. They send it back up to their offense. Offense looks to center one. Tyson pokes that pass away. Ian goes in there and wrangles that one away. It's over to Ethan. Ethan tries to send it back up to Ian. Finnegan able to clear the zone.
Oh, Ian almost had a step on him right there.
Finnegan tries to send that one up to Ian. Gets dumped back into the offensive zone. We're going to have an icing on MadHatters. It's a great job there by Finnegan, clearing the zone and wasting a whole bunch of time on this penalty kill. So we're down to 16 seconds left. A minute 40 seconds left in the first period. Score of 2-2. It looks like Nixon and Nicholas will come in. Ian and Finnegan will come off. Tyson and Lingjay back on defense.
What a wild game. We've had a choke penalty, the first I've ever seen.
Hey, leave it to our team.
Well, I like how they had the stick around him. Like he was going to take him out. He's going to let him know what's up.
So Bulls send it on back around. Nicholas trying to work it out of that corner. Tyson steps up, sends it right back up to Nicholas. MadHatters with another good cross-ice pass, and Elijah comes out. Penalty kill is now over. Lingjay working him to the edges. MadHatters send it back up. Try to center one, nobody home. Tyson just dumps that one out, and it clears the zone. Nice pass cut off there by Nicholas. He cuts off that cross-ice pass, works it into the offensive zone. Nixon comes in to help him out. Nicholas puts one on goal, up and over the net. Nixon now behind the net. Tries to center one.
Let's go.
Puts one in. Puts one in. So Bulls now up 3-2 coming off the penalty kill. 41.2 seconds left here in this first period. And that is Nixon's second goal.
Well, good thing I don't have a hat and I'm not an access throw it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there'll be another one here pretty soon.
Well, MadHatters threw one on the ice yesterday.
Was it the dad that clapped MadHatters for 24/7?
It was one of the coaches, actually.
Well, all I know is I want whatever that dude was on. Cause we got here at 7 o'clock this morning. He was at full force.
So Ian takes the face off. He's got Phillip and Henry out there with him, along with Jackson and Ethan back on defense. MadHatters now working it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Working it straight up the center. A bouncing puck towards
Oh.
Wow, nice center pass, and Brogan finally able to wrangle that one in.
Boyle's telling him better back off me, so I'll choke you.
So Coach Mike not happy about how they were able to get right in front of the net. Not very happy with his defense there. Ian takes the face off, sends it back around to Ethan. Ethan trying to dump it out. MadHatters continue to work it up. Ethan doesn't give up on it though. Tries to send it out again. They center one. MadHatters put it right in front of the goal. And they try to pass one back out to their D-man. Can't. Henry Orange takes it into the neutral zone, and we have the end of the first period. So we have Hayes Hallman back with us. He's going to give us a quick rundown of what's going on.
There you go.
So, Hayes, tell me right quick, what'd you see on the what'd you see right there in the first period? What's going on over on the bench?
We're doing really good this period. Our defense has shortened up. We're playing in that box that Coach Oren talks about. And then we also have our offense. We're attacking way more than we did yesterday in both games. And we have a bunch of limited time in the defensive zone. And when we have that limited time, we usually can get it out before they can score.
Yeah.
It takes them about 45 seconds in the offensive zone to generate like better scoring opportunities.
Yep.
So if we can get it out before that 45 seconds ends, we have a better chance of them not scoring.
Man, that's great intel. I didn't realize there was a 45-second clock that's in your head. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. We'll go join your team back on the bench. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Okay, see you.
All right, so coming out to take the face off. Coming back out to take the face off, we have Nixon. Nicholas over to his right. Dylan Hunt to his left. Ling J. You're on mute, dog. So Josh comes back out to join me. It looks like Ling J and Tyson back on defense. Tyson posting up in front of Brogan. MadHatters working it back around the side of the net. They center one. And
goal. No
goal. So Brogan must have had a good stop down there. Hard to see from this angle. Ling J's going to work it back around the backside of the goal. Sends one up to Nicholas. Nicholas not able to catch that pass. Nicholas trying to send it out right there. Couldn't quite get past the blue line, so Tyson's going to take it back around the net. Met quickly by one of the MadHatters. Dylan able to work it out. Finally works into the neutral zone. Quick cross-ice pass by the MadHatters. They work it right back on sides, and they get an offsides call. So 14-12. Yeah.
Okay. The only problem we've had with the refereeing was we had so many offsides where they were clearly in our zone by like a mile. And
right.
And you're like, well.
I saw one of them, and
one of them was kind of ridiculous.
Coach Jeffries was over there screaming offsides, and no call. So Ian comes out to take this face off. He's got Finnegan and Henry out there with him. Jackson and Ethan back on defense. Face off goes over towards Jackson. Jackson dumps it up right into the referee's feet. Henry brings it into the offensive zone, but tripped up by a couple of MadHatters. Finnegan comes in to help him out. Finnegan's working across the center of the ice. He gets tripped up. Now the MadHatters trying to work it back. Nice pass there, and they have Jackson and Henry skating back. Henry goes hard into the boards. Henry's may need to get his skate sharpened. He's had a couple of falls that he's putting himself into the boards. Jackson working behind the net. Finally gets out on Ian's stick. Ian's trying to work it up along that far wall. Jackson stays with him. They try a wraparound. Jackson pokes it out. Gets it over to Finnegan. Finnegan skating hard across the neutral zone. Sends it over to Henry Arns. Henry hard into the boards again. MadHatter's able to take it out, though, and he's got Jackson and Ethan skating back. Jackson stays towards the middle. Ethan takes the guy to the outside. Ethan now sends that one back around. Nobody there for the Bulls. MadHatters center one. A swing and a miss on the MadHatters right in front of the net.
Big Swede's out.
Oh, Phillips come out. Finnegan's still out there along with Ian, Tyson, and Jackson. Ethan sends that one up the boards, trying to find Finnegan. Finnegan able to clear the zone. MadHatters will have to reset. Number 95 quickly works it back into the offensive zone once everybody gets back on sides. Finnegan will now come off for a line change for Elijah and Nicholas, and we have, I guess that was an offsides. Oh, they dumped the puck.
We have a Bulls player
Sorry,
coming off the ice into the locker room.
Yeah, Nicholas just skated right across the ice and over into the locker room. Hope he's okay. Not sure. Maybe he just.
He's moving well. I think it's more of a bathroom issue.
Yeah, had a restroom break maybe.
It happens.
It does. So Nixon coming out along with Elijah, Henry, Tyson, and Lingjay. Tyson sends that one out of the zone, works it up to Henry. Henry sprinting along this far board. MadHatters, though, working it out. Elijah with a nice poke check. Wouldn't give up on it. Kept his feet moving, so wasn't in a position for a penalty there. Nice work there by Elijah. Nixon steps up. MadHatters work it across, though. They have Lingjay right in the center. They dump one towards Brogan. Brogan lets it ricochet off his glove. Tyson now taking it into the far corner. Works it along that far board. Elijah trying to poke it out. Nixon now works it back up to Elijah. Bulls unable to clear it here. As Hayes said earlier, they coach them 45 seconds in the defensive zone. Any longer than that, and the defense breaks down. So that was pretty lengthy time in the defensive zone, but the Bulls able to work it out. Number 95 coming around, taking it around the backside of the goal. Send it out towards Elijah. Elijah's going to take it there and pass it back to Tyson. Tyson tries to work it up and over the stick for Nixon. Elijah now works it back into the offensive zone. Number 95 pokes it away again. Tyson sends a nice cross-ice pass over to Dillon. Dillon's got a set of wheels. He's got to catch up to it, though. Bounced off his stick. Dillon's going to battle back around. He tries to send one back to Ethan. Ethan sends one back up to Nixon. Nixon stays with him. Nice cutoff pass by Dillon. Dillon sprinted to catch that pass and cut that thing off, giving the Bulls another couple of seconds here in their offensive zone, but MadHatters finally able to work it out. And they've waved off the icing.
That's kind of okay.
Jackson's the first one there, so Jackson's going to sprint out. Bulls take an opportunity to make a little bit of a line change. They have Ian and Finnegan came out. Dillon's going to stay out on the ice. Ethan and Jackson have been out there a long time. Actually, Ethan and Jackson hadn't been out there a long time. They just came in for Lingjay and Tyson. So the Bulls with a fresh set of legs other than Dillon. MadHatters center one. Nice center shot. Guy sends a rainbow flop shot over towards Brogan. Those can sometimes be pretty dangerous. Brogan looked that one in the whole way. So Nicholas now sprinting back across. And he will rejoin his team on the bench.
Yeah, that putt like one of Joe Burrow's touchdowns this last weekend.
I mean, just up and
up
top
in the
rainbow.
air, got some time.
MadHatters take another shot. Just kind of bouncing towards Brogan. Brogan with a good job just poking it back out. MadHatters looking to center another one. Defense smothers that, though. Henry goes in, tries to block that shot. Nixon now is going to work it out. He's got Henry over to his left. He's got Phillip over to his right. He's got some room. Nixon's going to work it in around the goalie. Takes a shot. Nobody there for the Bulls. Everybody was sprinting. Henry had just kind of given up.
Straight elbow to the dome. No penalty.
Henry works back up to Nixon. Nixon sends it back to his D-man, Tyson. Tyson takes a shot. Ricochets off one of the MadHatters players, though. I don't know if you noticed that, but Henry kind of gave up on that play thinking that Nixon had that goal. He typically would score that, but If Henry had sprinted towards that, he would have been right there for the rebound.
Shot.
So MadHatters now work it out. A lot of aggressive play there. But MadHatters now able to work it back out. And Lingjay continues to battle there on the defensive side. Nixon posts up right in front of the goal, along with Tyson. Nixon now going behind the goal, trying to work it out. Lingjay battling with him. Puck just continues to go back and forth. Nobody can really gain possession of it. Nixon goes into the corner. They flip one up. Brogan swings a stick and looks like they're able to keep that one out of the net.
There's also a baseball swing on there from MadHatters.
I saw a baseball swing from somebody.
Yes, MadHatters.
Lucky it wasn't a high stick. So Ian Bulls will take an opportunity to make a line change. Ian taking the face off. He's got Nicholas and Elijah out there with him skating forward. Jackson and Ethan back on defense. Ian works that across center ice, just getting pushed from both angles.
We got a penalty
green
now.
Jerseys, and we now have a penalty.
The hook on Ian.
So number 11 for the MadHatters headed to the box. Bulls on their first power play of the game. So 7:37 left here in the second period. A minute 30 seconds of power play. And the Bulls will take a face-off here in their offensive zone. You got Ian, Nicholas, Elijah still out here, Ethan and Jackson. Ian wins the face-off.
Off a helmet.
Yep, Jackson takes a shot off of one of the MadHatters helmets. If he'd have taken that shot about a half second sooner, probably had some clear ice. Nicholas comes in, pushes that one back towards the goal. Nicholas has Elijah back on the other side. MadHatters able to work it out. Ethan's got to be the first one there, and he is. Ethan waiting for a clear zone, but pass cut off by the MadHatters. Elijah now skating forward with it. He's got number 95 on him. Cross ice pass cut off by the MadHatters. They finally work it back into the offensive zone. MadHatters, nice cross ice pass cut off again by Ethan. Now Elijah works it up. He's got Ian up there, but he just dumps one forward, and we get an icing. I couldn't tell where Elijah was when he sent it forward. Was he not past the red line?
He was. He was like on it. Like I think. Well, they call it early icing now, so it doesn't really. USA Hockey changed the rules of that, and
so Nixon comes in to take this face off. He's got Tyson and Lingjay, along with Dylan and Finnegan. So Nixon does a good job stealing that one away, keeping it in the offensive zone, but Dylan can't keep it in. Puck bounces right up over his stick. They do get it right back in.
Wow.
Finnegan takes a shot, bounces off one of the defenders. Nixon now looking to center a pass to Dylan, cut off. Dylan backhands one towards the goal, and the goalie's going to send it right back out to one of his players. They're able to clear the zone right past the stick of Tyson. They've already waved off the icing, so the MadHatters rush down there, send one towards Brogan. Power play over, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The MadHatters now putting a lot of pressure on their offensive zone. Tyson's now working it up. Tyson works across the neutral zone, centers one for Finnegan, but cut off. MadHatters now working back. Send one back to their D-man for a shot. No go. Ethan's going to work it back out. Sends one up to Finnegan, who's waiting at the blue line. Puck gets turned over, but Nixon takes a shot right up over the top of the goal. One of the MadHatters defenders without a stick. Nixon still charging forward here deep in the offensive zone. MadHatters able to work it out. Bulls take a line change. Phillip comes in. Got Finnegan and Ethan still back. Nixon now working out of the zone. He's got one guy to beat, and it's number 95. He's got a serious set of wheels on him. 95 trying to do everything he can. Nixon puts a shoulder into him right in front of the camera. Number 95 is a good player. There was nothing dirty about what he just did. Just great defense.
That was both a good play by both kids. That was just
it really was.
Physical play. They're both on each other's level, so it's not anything really.
Just good physical play, good physical hockey. Nothing dirty on that. MadHatters work it back across, take a shot. No go though. MadHatters now working it behind the goal. Send one out to their D-man.
Oh, Henry tried to sneak in and take
Henry tried to cut that off. MadHatters do a backhand. Lots of traffic in front of Brogan, and Brogan covers up. So we'll get a stoppage of play here with 3:55 left in the second period. Score 3-2. Good guys. Nicholas will come out along with Lingjay, Jackson, Ian, and Henry.
It looks like we got the coach from the single A hockey team standing next to you. You want to interview him for the intermission?
I'd love to.
Well, then you can tell us what you've been observing. Here we go.
Nicholas now pushing this puck forward.
Oh,
he takes a shot.
Man.
He needed just a little bit longer, one more move, and that goalie had skated out.
I did not think the goalie was going to move out and challenge as quick as they did. Like that was a goal, but that goalie moved out very quickly and challenged. Oh man.
This goalie's really good.
Oh, they challenged immediately as soon as.
Really good. Bulls probably could have done a better job spreading out a little bit there on that fast break, and so Bulls win the faceoff.
Henry was patting and lobbing backhand.
Yep, Henry puts a big one up, and they're sending several towards the net. Nicholas working into the corner. Nicholas bracing for impact before he went for the puck. Nicholas continuing to battle. Puck trying to get worked out. Ian using his best soccer skills trying to keep it along the boards. Puck finally gets sent out and over to a wide open MadHatter across the ice. Jackson works him along the outside board. Henry now sends one up ice to Ian. Ian's got two guys already skating back. Ian gets pinched along the wall and poked away. He had a couple of guys. Yeah, he had a couple of guys open, but he never could really get a good handle on the puck to pass it. MadHatters now work it into the Bulls zone. Good defense there by Lingjay, and looks like that was Elijah who poked that one out. And getting offsides on the Madhatters. So we'll take a line change here with 2:21 left here in the second period. It's like Nixon, Dylan, Elijah, Jackson, Ethan and Tyson. So face-off goes to the MadHatters. MadHatters looking for somebody to pass it to. Elijah tries to cut that pass off. Continues to put pressure on. They work it around to number 95, who passes on up through the neutral zone. Great job. MadHatters just do such a fantastic job of keeping their head up and passing in between the lanes. The Bulls doing a good job, too, of cutting it off.
Pass.
Nice pass there by Elijah over to Dylan. Pass is intercepted, though. Number 95 works it up. He sends one towards Brogan.
Ooh.
Brogan does a good job of sealing up that outside pipe. MadHatter gets a penalty. Is going to be on, looks like, Tyson for tripping. So Tyson
let's just take how long it took him to call that penalty. He's seen it, threw his arm up, then realized, the Bulls have possession, bub.
So Tyson will head to the box. So pretty much the rest of the second period here will be penalty kill for the Bulls. So about a minute and 40 seconds, and we'll hear again from Hayes Hallman, who will give us the insight from the bench. Number 95 takes a hard shot, bounces towards the goal. Brogan able to pop that one back out.
I want to get in front of that shot.
Jackson continues to battle on that backside. Great job there by Nixon sending it out. He sends it straight towards the goal. Goalie just covers. Pops it back out to number 95. He's going to work it back up. Bulls look for a line change. Lingjay comes out on defense. Number 95 works it coast to coast. Puts one in on Brogan. Nobody there for the rebound. Nixon now sends another one out. We're going to have an icing on this.
So number 95 plays strictly defense last 2 games? Or?
Yep. He's a defenseman who really
move.
I kind of compare him a lot to Ian. He's a good defenseman, but he can play anywhere you put him on the ice, and he knows, like, if he skates up, his team knows to get back.
Yeah, he can move.
And he's fast enough to get back, to be honest. He's just a good player. Smart hockey player. So Ian takes the face-off for the Bulls. He's still got Lingjay out there along with Henry and Jackson. MadHatters try to center one. Lingjay doing a good job staying right in front of the goal. Try a wraparound. Lingjay meets him there. And Ian's going to send that one out. Number 95, though, catches it before it gets back into the neutral zone. And look at that. Goal from the right side of the ice, and it just pops right up over the stick side of Brogan. So
should have definitely cleared it out over on that left side, trying to avoid 95 at all costs at that point. You had 6 seconds left in that penalty kill, 15 left in the period. It was.
They just spent too much time in the zone there, so score 3-3.
They were tired. They were tired, and you also, you got a player like 95, like I said, moving back and forth, you want to avoid that at all costs, getting that puck to them.
So we have Nixon taking the face-off. He's got Ian out there along with Henry, Tyson, and Ethan. Tyson sends that one up high and over. Puck just spinning right there in the Bulls' offensive zone. Ian with 5 seconds left takes a shot, goes wide of the goal. Henry steps up, and we have the end of the second period. So Hayes has come back to join me. Hayes, what'd you see there? Hang on, we gotta unmute him. So Hayes, what'd you see there in that second period?
We played better on offense. We can do better, so much better. Our defense looked pretty good. There was a few times where the D were both behind the net, and we can't have that. If we have that, generates more opportunities for them. And then that 45-second thing when they were in that zone when they were in their offensive zone.
Right.
It was about 50 seconds in when they scored that goal.
Yeah. So I was trying to keep a good eye on that as well after you pointed it out, and it does seem like the 45 seconds is kind of the magic number. That it takes somebody to score. You can almost see the legs getting tired. But I will say that the score right there was, that was on the penalty kill there for the Bulls. So, all right, Hayes, thanks for coming back and joining us. Hopefully we'll catch you at the end of the game.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, so Bulls right off that face-off. A lot of pressure here from the MadHatters. Nixon, Henry, Tyson, Lingjay, and Finnegan all out there for the Bulls starting line in this third period. MadHatters send one towards the net again. Lingjay and Tyson having a little conversation on whose puck that is.
I just heard a parent yell, do something. Oh, the goal.
And they work one in. Tyson standing in front of the goal, kind of bounces and spins in front of Brogan, and they just poke it in.
I heard a parent yell, do something. That's probably the best thing I could. Just do something.
Just move.
Just try.
Just move. It's kind of funny because Tyson and Ling Jae don't typically play together. It's mostly Hayes and Ling Jae, and I'm not sure. I believe that they're letting Tyson take the left side and Ling Jae take the right. It's typically opposite. Hayes is usually on the right and Ling Jae's on the left. So Ling Jae kind of playing out of position as well as Tyson. You could tell there was a little communication breakdown right there, and this is a great time to get those things worked out before we go back and play in Charlotte in a couple of weeks, and then our final league play weekend, as Hayes will not be back. So number 95 here working into the offensive zone. Ian trying to poke it out. This is big guy on big guy. Jackson able to cut that pass off. Jackson works it up in the neutral zone. Jackson's a threat to score for the Bulls from the defensive side. He can skate both ways as well. Phillip pinching MadHatters along the wall. They're able to send it deep into the Bulls' offensive side. MadHatters tries to send it out, cut off by Ian. Ian gets it over to Phillip. Dylan loses it at his feet. And now the MadHatters working hard across the neutral zone. Ethan and Jackson in good position. Jackson steps up. Ethan pokes that one out. Jackson gets it over to Phillip, who sends it cross ice over to Dylan. Dylan's only got one guy to beat, and he's got Phillip skating up with him. Dylan takes a shot wide of the net. Goalie just sweeps it away. MadHatters got to work it up, and Ian pinches him along the wall. He looked to see if something was going to happen. MadHatters sent one towards Brogan. He swats that one away with his leg pad. MadHatters now. And nice glove save there by Brogan. He lets it back out, though. Phillip now working back into the neutral zone, but stolen away by the MadHatters. Tyson steps up, pokes it through the MadHatters' leg. Tyson gets tripped up. Everybody held up against the wall. Tyson putting him into the boards, just holding him there. Puck gets out to Nixon. Nixon with a nice cross-ice pass. A ton on it, though, but Dylan's going to chase up and grab it. Dylan trying to dump it deeper into the corner, but met with a lot of adversity there along the near wall. Nicholas comes out. He's got Nixon, Ling Jae, Tyson, and Dylan still out there. MadHatters with a nice cross-ice pass. Tried to cut off by Ling Jae. They work around. Tyson staying with him, pushing to the outside. Bulls able to work it around to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to work it out of the zone. Needs to sprint there. Elijah now working across the neutral zone, works it across to Nicholas. Nicholas and Elijah both skating into the offensive side for the Bulls. Nicholas has Elijah to his right. Lost the puck there in the offensive zone, though, and Ling Jae stepped up.
Got 2-on-1.
Ethan coming back, trying to. Great job there by Ethan. Great job there by Ethan. He never really committed to either guy. I know Coach Bobby would prefer from the defensive side that he always takes the guy without the puck so that Brogan can focus on the one with the puck. But that was a great job there by Ethan. Never really committing and keeping his stick and hand out, getting low. So Jackson now coming into the corner. Ooh. Whoa, Bulls almost scored on ourselves right there. Puck came out and Ethan almost poked that one in for us. Puck works out to Henry. Henry's going to work it across the neutral zone. He's got Nixon over to his left. He's got Elijah skating up behind him. Tyson comes in for Ethan. Jackson stays out. MadHatters trying to work it out. Henry sprinting up, trying to take possession. Works it out, pokes it away. Henry comes in, gets checked hard in the back as he's bringing it back on sides, but we have an offsides by the Bulls, so stoppage of play. So score 4-3, 10-14 left here in the game. Looks like we're going to have Dylan. I'm sorry. We need one more player.
Yeah.
So Finnegan will come out. So it'll be Finnegan, Ian, Phillip, Tyson, and Lingjay. Ian takes the face-off, gets it back to Tyson. Tyson sends it up along the boards into the offensive zone. Quickly poked back out by MadHatters, and MadHatters charging hard into the Bulls zone.
Oh, tried to pass off, but Tyson there to.
Lingjay and Tyson doing a good job of backing up. Ian's now going to work it over into the neutral zone, gets it over to Phillip. Phillip pokes it into the offensive side for the Bulls. MadHatters now trying to work it back out, and they do. Well, Phillip will take it back on sides and call Ian still over there. So Jackson and Ethan switch out on defense. Bulls win the faceoff. Phillip sends it back to Ethan. Ethan dumps it towards the red line, over towards Finnegan. Finnegan trying to work it into the offensive zone. Met by a bunch of green jerseys. Bulls all bunching up along that far side, and of course, two MadHatters just standing over there wide open. They're able to work it out to him. Jackson steps up, steals that one away. The puck bounces off somebody's skate and just spins there.
Ooh,
Brogan
good
with a
save.
good save there. He had MadHatter right in front of him waiting for that rebound, and if he hadn't have held on to that, it surely would have been in.
Worst thing that happened now, the Bulls start playing on their heels and these cross-size passes. They're down by 1, 9 minutes left. Keep playing the way they've been playing, they'll be fine. But if they start letting these cross-size passes, it's going to be bad for them.
Yeah, they got to bring the pressure here and quit playing safe. So Ethan pokes that one out, trying to get it over to Henry. Jackson now backhands it out of the zone. MadHatters working it right back. Lingjay staying with him, pushing him out. Number 95 never really got a good angle thanks to Lingjay making sure of that. Lingjay chasing it into the corner. MadHatters looking to center one.
That's a trip.
Nixon gets tripped, and they called it.
So the Bulls
Nixon
need
sends it
to,
out.
and they don't have time.
Yep. So tripping. So the Bulls now on a power play. So a minute and a half of a power play. Bulls need to really generate some offense here.
So this will be a chance to tie the game up.
We're coming out for the power play. We got too many guys right this minute. Looks like Lingjay's going to skate off, so it's going to be Henry, Nixon, and Finnegan out on offense. Ian will move back to defense along with Tyson. And Nixon takes the face off. Nobody really able to get the puck. Finnegan loses it at his feet, finally sees it in the corner. Finnegan now battling hard in the corner, trying to get it out. Nixon comes over to help. MadHatter's able to clear it. Not quite before Ian gets it, sends it cross ice to Tyson. Tyson sends it back to Ian. Intercepted, though.
It's going to be off.
And that was probably a smart play there by Ian.
Oh, it was.
Just
Definitely.
to go ahead and send it back on sides.
Just kill it, stop the play, and get a reset.
Yep.
It's better than having that breakaway.
Yeah, because that breakaway was coming hard.
I was coming with two, too.
And he was, was falling. So, smart defensive play there by Ian.
In the words of
Bulls
Bill
keep the same
Belichick,
line.
they can't call every penalty.
So Bulls trying to work it into the offensive zone. They do. Nixon takes a shot. And quick glove save there by MadHatters goalie. So 54 seconds left here on this power play for the Bulls. Nixon takes another face-off. Ian tries to step up, pokes that one away, but now Tyson's going to have to hustle back. Nixon doing a great job of back checking. Great job there by Nixon lifting that stick.
Put that shoulder down.
Puck's out and nobody can find it. Henry comes over to get it, and now Nixon ends up with it. So Nixon's going to work it across. He's got Finnegan skating up. Finnegan now working it across. Finnegan takes a shot. Initial glove save by the goalie, but bounced out. MadHatters now able to work it back out and dump it deep into the Bulls defensive zone. Ian's going to work it back around the net. 5 seconds left on this power play.
He's got Henry way up there, but
he does.
He's just going to skate it through
he's
all
gonna go,
the MadHatters.
He's going to go coast to coast, or at least try. Henry ends up with it on a stick, takes a shot, is bouncing
almost
around,
chance.
and Finnegan just right there almost swiped it in. Ian dumps it back in. Nicholas has come in for the game, and Nicholas goes behind the net. Puck there in the far corner. Lingjay comes back out on defense. Ian comes off. Puck works over to Tyson's corner. Tyson's going to work it around the backside of the goal and work it out. He's got Nicholas. Oh, he hit Ian on the way out, trying to clear the zone. Not Ian, Elijah. Elijah able to clear it with a pass over to Tyson. Tyson working across the neutral zone. And they caught Nicholas off sides. Maybe even Phillip too. I couldn't tell where Phillip was.
I think it was actually Tyson was up actually more, or maybe Phillip.
So Tyson will skate off. Jackson and Ethan come back out on defense. Phillip and Nixon and Elijah out on offense. Elijah gets the face off. Sends it into the zone. The MadHatters able to clear it out. MadHatters now working. Nice cross-ice pass. Center another one. Shot on Brogan off of his stick side and covers. So 5:40 left here in the game. Score 4-3. MadHatters. It's a much better game than our second game. This is more about what we saw from the first game.
The MadHatters starting to open up that cross-ice passing, and the Bulls can need to open it up too. At that one point, Ian had Henry. Henry's at the blue line. He could have had that in a breakaway.
Could have had that all day long.
You got to look for those cross-ice passes.
Oh, a swing and a whiff on MadHatters.
Oh, and a good shot.
Shot one right through the guy's legs.
The screen number 42.
That's right.
Totally screening, but a good save by the goalie over there.
So Ethan goes down hard. He's going to get a roughing penalty. Ethan not happy. Neither is Nixon. And finally, we get the delayed penalty call. So Bulls on another power play. Let's see if we can make something happen. I'll tell you, typically, I'm not going to say we're not good on power plays. We just typically don't score on power plays.
We are horrible.
But we score on shorthanded goals a lot. Nixon,
we have scored more shorthanded than we have power plays.
Same. Nixon is so it's almost like we need to put somebody in the box.
The Oilers used to do that. Edmonton Oilers did it with Gretzky. They would get a penalty on purpose. That way Gretzky just cut through the ice and score.
Yeah. Well, it's Nixon is very much Gretzky-like in that manner because he's got more shorthanded goals than.
Well, the theory behind that is the kid's fast enough and good puck handler. The one less kid, no matter on which side, it actually creates more ice for them to move.
Yeah.
And usually when you're on power play, you have 3 forwards moving with you. So when you're shorthanded, it's just one. So you have more room to move up, move forward, and do what you need to do.
Nixon takes a shot, bounces behind the goal. MadHatters now working it back out. They got Tyson back, Ian back. MadHatters putting the pressure on here. Nice job poking that one out by Ian. Tyson did a good job of keeping him on the outside. Dillon's now trying to work it up the boards. Gets it over to Nixon. Nixon finally able to clear the defensive zone. Nixon battling again, but 95 charging hard into the zone. Takes a shot and in. So again, shorthanded goal there for the MadHatters.
And he had 3 Bulls on him too, and he shot through that. That's insane.
He's just.
That was a good shot. That was an insane shot. Like that was
a good player. Brogan was in a good position.
I mean, he had 3 on him, and there was nothing Brogan could do at this point. He had 3 on him. He figured one of them would get the shot blocked or put pressure on him, but it was still high enough to go over his shoulder. That was just a good shot. Like there's nothing you can do on that one.
Good player.
But again, here's the concept: you shorthanded, you have more open ice. You have more open ice, and also power plays at this age. It's their first year doing them from the majority of them, and it also creates a false sense of a false sense that you're going to go out there and you're going to score, and you think more offensively than you do defensively, and it winds up getting you.
Yep. So the Bulls have Finnegan, Nixon, Henry, Tyson, and Jackson out on the ice. Nixon coming here behind the net. He's going to work it around the far boards. Again, there is a steep angle when they're skating right along the boards. There's a steep angle down to the yellow line, which several of our guys have had trouble with.
I heard if you skate through it, they give you credit for climbing Everest too. So,
so Nixon works it across the neutral zone, poked away by the MadHatters. They're now working back up into the defensive zone. The penalty kill
and a good catch
for the MadHatters is over. And Brogan with a glove save there.
I like how he flipped it to make sure, hey, you ain't going to call us a goal, right?
Right.
It's clearly in my glove. I just want you to know that.
So 3:42 left here in the game. We're back to full strength on both sides. 5-3 MadHatters. Ling J and Ethan out on defense along with Ian, Phillip, and Nicholas. MadHatters trying to find something to do. Nobody charging behind the net.
Trying to set up in Gretzky's office back there.
They are.
Bulls got to get them out.
Finally, defense challenges.
There we go.
Ethan sends it over to Phillip. Phillip sends it right over to
Oh, what a beautiful
Nicholas.
pass on a trip. A trip and no penalty call.
Great pass, and Ian's going to work it across the zone. He takes a shot from the left side.
Takes a blind shot, too, and it's on goal.
Looking for a rebound. No go. MadHatter's able to clear it. Ethan sends it back up into the neutral zone over to Phillip. Phillip's now going to work it along the right side. Stolen away by the MadHatters.
All right, so you pull the goalie here in a few minutes, try to get a quick goal and maybe tie it up, or you just get a quick goal and then come back and try to tie it up, or you just keep playing the game?
I say probably keep playing, but you can see
This
Brogan's
is going to
looking.
decide it right here.
Brogan with a save. So you could see Brogan kind of looking over there to the sideline.
I just want to give credit to the way he just holstered his hockey stick. That's the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I hope you got that on camera now.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, he took it out. He straight up had it sheathed like it was a blade. That's awesome.
So taking the face-off is Nixon. Oh, they get a really quick shot off the face-off. Number 91 scores again. That's at least their second in this game. Brogan was set and ready, but just I don't think he was quite expecting that shot. I don't even think number 91 meant to shoot it. It kind of just ricocheted off his stick and worked its way in. So 2:24 left here in the third period, 6-3. This game's really kind of opened up here in the third.
Yeah, it's been totally dead set even the whole time, and just here in this last 10 minutes of this third is what's really made the big difference.
So Nixon takes the face-off. He's got Dylan to his left, Elijah to his right. Jackson and Tyson out on defense. MadHatters work it into the Bulls' defensive side. They take a shot, and big save. And Jackson just bowed up.
No penalty, though.
Jackson just bowed up on number 91 and stared him down.
He's already chucked somebody with that stick.
And Tyson getting a little laugh out of it. I mean, Jackson just stood him up and then stared at him. Lots of movement. Nobody able to get a handle on it. Finally, Nixon does. Works it out. Sends it over to Dylan. Dylan's going to work it up along the right side. He's got Elijah skating forward. Elijah charging hard towards the net. Elijah now taking it behind the goal. Continue to battle back there. Spits it out to Dylan. Dylan takes a shot. Blocked up well there by the MadHatters. Great job there by Nixon keeping it in. And MadHatters finally able to work it out. Dump it into their offensive zone. Jackson's going to be the first one there. He takes it behind the goal. He's got wide open ice in front of him. He's just got to charge forward, but number 95 is there. Minute 13 left. Jackson takes it into the offensive zone. Sends one towards center.
Nice shot.
Blocked up. Well,
MadHatters scared to touch him. That stick's been all over people today. He's choked a man, almost crippled one. I won't go near him with that stick.
I wouldn't either. Oh, nice center pass there by the Mad Hatters. But they couldn't get a shot off. Dillon works it up to Elijah. Cut off there by the Mad Hatters again. Jackson now steps up. Tyson pokes that one back out. Elijah now skating into the neutral zone. He's got Nixon to his right. Gets it poked out as he's entering the offensive side. Mad Hatters send that one over to Dillon. Dillon takes a slap shot. Blocked up well, though, by the Mad Hatters. Dillon takes a backhanded slap shot. 95 now, going to work coast to coast. Tyson's got to push him out to the outside. He works around Tyson. He works around Ethan. And great save there by Brogan. And Ethan sweeps it away. Sends it back up to Dillon. Dillon working through the neutral zone. 4 seconds left. And we have the
wrap it up.
end of the game. So,
final
score of 6-3.
It was a great game to the last 10 minutes.
It was.
It made a difference in the shorthanded goal. We talked about that. Getting on a power play for some reason at this age does the opposite. It thinks, well, we're just going to score, so let's go out there and not play any defense. And but it was a good game. Score doesn't really indicate how good they played. Both teams matched up, but.
Agreed. I think this is a good practice weekend for heading to our next tournament and then going into the last weekend of league play. We appreciate Josh for hanging out with us. Love the commentary,
Yeah, it's
man.
good to be back.
And we will see you guys in a couple of weeks in Charlotte. Thanks for joining.